This is the 5 reasons why this YouTuber sucks, and this YouTuber in question is the Nostalgia Critic. Now, for those of you guys who don't know who the Nostalgia Critic is, I mean, you just weren't around on the internet. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. But, basically, this is a guy who, back in the day, made movie reviews. He originally did it on YouTube. Obviously, copyright got in the way of that. And he uploaded, or not uploaded, he decided to go ahead and make a fucking website, as well as, not just him, but he basically got a lot of other curators. I use that term very loosely because a lot of these people really have not aged well. But basically a lot of other people who make similar type of content towards him were able to upload their content on that website. The website was known as That Guy with the Glasses. And this guy, the Nostalgia Critic, he was basically the only reason why people visited that website. Let's be real here for a second, okay? I think it was like every Wednesday he would upload a new Nostalgia Critic video. I'm not too sure. I kind of forgot. But whatever. Now he just uploads mainly on YouTube. And That Guy with the Glasses, or Channel Awesome, is pretty much dead. And the reason why it's dead is because there was a shit ton of controversy that occurred with it regarding the whole change the channel bullshit that happened. I don't remember when it happened. I think it was like a year ago. I'm not too sure though. Turns out Doug Walker and the people who run Channel Awesome are, you know, pieces of shit, and they don't know how to run a fucking company because it's technically a company. So yeah, right? Now, before I go into the 5 reasons why the Nostalgia Critic sucks, let me give out a few disclaimers. Disclaimer number 1, I don't really, like, the change the channel thing, I'm not gonna go into any detail regarding it, because 1, I would need to literally write, like, an actual script, and not just bullet points, and go through it if I really want to give it justice, okay? That's number 1. And number 2, like, every single moron and every single dipshit, you know, on YouTube and their mother has already made videos talking about the situation. I would literally be adding nothing new, alright? So it's like, whatever. Another disclaimer I want to make before I get into this is that one review that the Nostalgia Critic has gotten a lot of shit for in recent times is his review on The Wall, and I'm not going to be mentioning that review in this video, okay? Because a lot of people like to pretend that, or I think, well, at least they, you know, it seems to me like they like to pretend that he got really shit, and The Wall video is like the prime example. And the thing, and the sad reality of the situation is that he's always sucked, in my opinion. Right? That Wall video was just, like, it was, okay, it's just, I guess you could say it's infamous, but it's not like it was an exception. Like, the nigga has been this bad for, like, years now. And here are the reasons why. Reason number 1, his content has just aged like shit. It's aged like fucking milk, okay? Now, you can somewhat argue with that with AVGN as well, but no, literally, with this guy, his content is just unbearable. Like, even his old videos, which people say are good, were never that good. They just weren't. They were just shit, okay? And I know because one hobby of mine is that I love to go back and rewatch, like, old YouTube videos that I used to watch when I was younger, when I was a kid, right? And Nostalgia Critic, even though I didn't really watch him compared to, like, AVGN back in the day, I would still occasionally watch him, right? I literally went back and watched some of his older content, like the videos he released in, like, 2009, okay, in 2010, and they were shit! They just weren't good. Like, I'm sorry, it would just be Doug literally summarizing the movie, you know, and, like, providing jokes that just weren't that funny. They were maybe funny at, like, age 11, because that's when I first watched them. But now I'm literally 21 years old, and rewatching it, it's just so cringy. To me, it's like, how did this shit even get popular? Okay, but whatever, that's beside the point. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, his modern skits that he puts in his videos are just unwatchable. This is something that a lot of reviewers do nowadays, or not nowadays. They've always done this. They've always done this. And that was to include skits in the video. I hate this. I really do, because one, most of the time, I don't care about the fucking skit. I just want to see the review on whatever the fuck you want to review. Okay? And also, the skits are just unbearable most of the time. However, with the Nostalgia Critic, it is on another level of unbearable. I legitimately cannot sit through any of his skits. I just can't. Look, I criticize the AVGN for having pretty shitty skits in his videos, but I can at least sit through his skits, for one. And number two, they were much shorter than like the Nostalgia Critic skits. The Nostalgia Critic skits literally at times go on for like 6 minutes. And they're just unfunny. They're so fucking bad. And this actually leads me to reason number 3, okay? Reason number 3, his videos are so painfully unfunny and cringy that I legitimately cannot fathom how anybody with like 2 active brain cells in their fucking body, how they could watch his videos. I legitimately cannot fathom the humor, any of the shit. A common issue I see with Doug is that he would drag out many fucking jokes, which is ironic because he would criticize some movies for doing this, but he would drag out a joke. Even if it was never that funny the first time, he would drag it out and continue and continue and continue till it just becomes ear grating. Like, imagine me grating my ears. It's just shit. Honestly. It's a guy who literally doesn't know how to actually appeal to an audience. And I legitimately get the vibes of, whenever I watch his videos, I legitimately get the vibe of boomer that's trying way too hard to be funny. Because that's what he is. That's what he fucking is. It's so cringy to me. What's reason number 4? Reason number 4. He summarizes movies in a really painful manner and basically just violates copyright. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me in the fucking comment section and say, oh, technically his videos are fair use. You know what? To be fair, that's a legitimate discussion you can have. Whether or not his videos are fair use and they are fair game and shit under United States law, obviously. In like Japan, for example, I heard it's much different. God, I fucking hate the bullshit that goes on in fucking Japan, dude. Holy shit. Like, fuck anime. Fuck the bullshit Japanese culture of being sexist to women and shit. Fuck the whole pedophilia that's just rampant in that fucking country. I love how out of nowhere I just start bitching about Japan. That's pretty funny. And before some guy in the comment section be like, oh, do you hate Japanese people? Of course not. I have problems with America, too. I have problems with any country, right? Alright, I should get back on track. But, where was I? Oh, yeah. Whether or not his videos fall under fair use, that's a legitimate fucking discussion you can have. I think, and this is my honest opinion, I think he's kind of fucking pushing it. Like, I would argue that sure, you can argue that on paper, in theory, his videos would be fair use, but I think he really pushes it with the amount of footage he uses, especially when he does nothing but just summarize. I spat a little bit there. Yeah. Especially when he does nothing but just summarize, like, the entire movie without doing without any variation, and he does this with like every review. I really hate this reviewing style of just going through the movie, nitpicking it at certain points. That's, by the way, that's probably my 5th reason. He nitpicks it like at certain points, and it's just not a good way of fucking reviewing, right? Like, it's just not good, man. Alright, reason number 5, and this is my final reason. I kind of hinted at, a little bit further. But, I can't read, what the fuck. Oh yeah, my handwriting is shit. He doesn't review movies that are even nostalgic. And regardless of whenever he reviews a movie that's nostalgic or not, he does a shitty job reviewing the movie. This is a man whose entire gimmick is that he's the nostalgia critic, right? How do you call yourself the nostalgia critic when you constantly review movies that come out like 5 years ago? Right? It's really dumb. It's like, at that point, you might as well just change your gimmick. You might as well do what wrestlers do a lot and just do a complete gimmick repackage. Okay? But he will never do that because he realizes that if he ever does any videos that are not nostalgia critic videos, his fans are not going to fucking watch his videos. Okay? That's just a simple fact of the matter. He tried to end the nostalgia critic one time. His fans immediately just didn't want to give him a chance. In all honesty, by the way, yeah, his fan base is fucking moronic. I can't stand his fan base, but whatever. But anyways, this reason is actually a two-parter. But even when he does like review movies, he does just his critiques are shit. There's many times. I'm just reading my paper. I don't know. Just so I don't lose my fucking mind. There are many times where he just goes off on critiques that are just bullshit. Let me try to think of a fucking example off the top of my head. I can't think of one. Oh yeah, his fucking bullshit ass review on the Lion King, on the Lion King, where he completely fucking missed the point of the whole scene where Simba goes and fucking what does he do? Oh yeah, he admits to the fucking truth. Nostalgia critic or Doug, he's literally like, oh, why isn't that the Pride accepts Simba after he, confesses? That teaches kids that confessing the truth is a bad thing. And I'm just like, well, of course they're not just gonna accept his fucking him just telling the truth and be like, yeah, I killed Mufasa. Like, do you really think that, like, yeah, he told the truth, but do you really think that just telling the truth would mean that you're free of any fucking consequence or whatever? That was my trash can. Oops. It's so dumb. I don't understand it, dude. And I could have made this a much better, like, video in terms of structure, but I don't fucking care. I really don't care about these videos anymore. Alright, whatever. That's all I have to say. Fuck the nostalgia critic.